The hotel front desk called my room asking why I kept leaving, but I hadn't left once. So I was staying in a hotel for just one night by myself, and I got in around 7 p.m. and I took all my stuff up to my room and I didn't leave. I ordered food, I showered, I pretty much just laid on my bed and scrolled through my phone. Sometime after 10:30, the phone rang and I almost ignored it, but I figured it had to have been the front desk, so I answered. It was a man on the other end, and he just said, "Hi, this is the front desk. We've noticed a lot of activity in and out of your bedroom door a lot. If you could, just keep your door closed." I was confused, and I told him he probably had the wrong person because I hadn't left my room since I got here. There was a short pause, and then he said, "No, it's definitely this room. We've seen the door open a couple of times." At that point, I sat up because I knew that this was wrong, and I looked over at my door and my shoes were still right next to the door, my bag was unpacked, and I hadn't even touched my key card since I got into my room. It was still on my TV desk. So again, I told him, "No, I haven't left my room," and he said, "Okay, maybe I just need to check something on our end real quick." He hung up and I sat there a little unsettled for a minute, but then I was like, okay, well, they'll just figure it out. I don't need to worry about this anymore. Not even a minute later, my door handle from the outside moved. It was just a slight shift, like somebody was testing it, not trying to fully open it. I froze and I just stared at the door. I noticed that my deadbolt was still intact, and I just kind of sat there frozen, and I didn't hear any voices. I didn't hear anybody else trying to test it or anything after that. And then about 10 minutes later, my phone buzzed on the nightstand. It was a text from an unknown number, and it said, "You left again." I wound up putting the latch on my door, and I honestly stayed awake most of that night. I was so creeped out. In the morning, I did an early checkout, and I went downstairs and I talked to the front desk about it. They looked at me really confused and they said, "We don't call rooms due to door activity," and that nobody had reported anything for mine. I left pretty quickly after that, and I will not be staying there again.